Hey, what's good YouTube? Target here and welcome to another episode of Design and Manage, my city Skylines and modded Let's Play series. On the last episode we started building the airport, and today I think we can continue its development. There's quite a bit of details that I want to work on, so let's just start doing it. The first thing that we should do before activating the airport is actually think about the metro system. On the last episode I've said that I was going to connect the airport metro to the rest of the metro system that covers the entire city. So that's exactly what we're going to do. We are going to continue this metro line right about or right next to the ferry stop, and we are going to connect it to this end, and we are going to continue this end of the airport metro and connect it to this line as well. We're kind of going to make a loop around the city that will cover pretty much this island and also a bit of this island, or perhaps not this island. Maybe we can make the connection over here next to this ferry stop. Finally, we are also going to make a loop, a metro loop that will go at around the island and will cover pretty much most of it. So yeah, let's start. The game is paused, so let's just start by making a metro line that will come through here, and maybe it may continue to go forward. And of course this is too steep, so let's try this again. This is going to be really challenging because of all the tunnels that I have going on throughout my city, but we managed to find a good place for the metro line. And now we need to keep moving forward. Okay, this is definitely not working, so we need to find another way of doing this. Perhaps we can come right about along the avenue and make another segment over here, and we can connect this in a loop. Come on, I can get it. Oh, there we go. Perfect. And I need to get this one as well. Alright. And now we can smoothly connect them back again. Alright, perfect. I'm not gonna mess anymore with this. Hopefully connecting to this side will be much easier, but I'm not sure. Maybe we can go all the way over here. Perfect, and connect it straight to this existing line. Okay, before we continue the development of the metro lines, I need to figure out where the stations will be located, because that's a really important detail that I cannot overlook. So I know that I will want one of them over here, right next to this leisure / tourism district, and I think we can put it right about in this location. I think that will look very well, very good. So let's put one right about over here, and let's see if we can connect everything without any issues. One connection over here and another one over here. Perfect. We can put another one in this corner right before the metro line starts to bend, so let's do that. I think there's a better way to make this metro line, because I want the metro to cover this area as well, this area of the circle. So I think I'm going to make yet another metro station. Let's see, this seems to be a good place for it, perhaps right in the middle. Now let's just try to make something out of this. Okay, I know, this doesn't look very well, but it was what I could do with this round layout. So this is pretty much a circle, and this is how I managed to fit all the metro stations. This layout also has a peculiarity, which is I can make this line go on a loop and pretty much connect to the airport, while this line over here connects to this line at an angle that allows it for it to come to the airport much more efficiently. But yeah, I think that's enough for now. I'm just gonna disable these stations for the time being because I'm not gonna use them, except for this one that I am gonna use. And I just wanna keep going, finally connect the metro line to this line, so perhaps we can come through here. I can already imagine this is gonna cost me a lot of money. Okay, this is actually perfect. So let's keep going and let's connect it. Okay, so now we can make some metro lines. First and foremost, oh, I completely forgot to finish this up. So let's take care of that. Alright, perfect. And finally, let's just grab this line, put it at the airport. Let's not forget to replenish the stops that we have just deleted. There we go. And now let's create another line that starts here, goes to this stop. It will eventually come to this stop as well, and will connect to the stop on the other island. So now let's just come back. There we go, and finally let's wrap it up. And I'm not gonna make the circular line just yet, and I'm gonna wait for a future stage when you have this area much more developed. Okay guys, the metro system is set up. I have provided everything with power and water. So now we can finally activate the airport and see what happens. This will have an upkeep of 8,000 simoleons, which is way above our current income, but hopefully the amount of tourists that will fluctuate to the city will compensate for that loss. So there's only one way to find out what's gonna happen, and it's to activate this. Oh, and we can also activate the meteorite park because we have provided it with some power and water already. And let's just resume the simulation. Okay, our budget is decreasing quite rapidly as expected. Let's just wait. Actually, let's put the game on 3 speed and wait for the airplanes to come into the city or to get out of it. No airplanes in sight. I wonder where they are. Well, this is disappointing. There is no airplane in sight. What's going on? Is the airport too far away from the city? But no, it has a metro connection, so it doesn't make sense. Oh, look at that. I'm seeing something. Okay, so we have the first airplane leaving the city. Let's see if I can select it and see. Oh, 18 passengers. That's quite disappointing. Let's wait for another airplane. Oh, I see something again. Okay, this is pretty neat. Let's see if we can get a nice angle of the plane landing on our city. This was the most surrealistic landing I've ever seen in my life. Okay guys, this is awesome. The airport is working out beautifully, with the exception of this slight trash issue. It will be a while for the trash trucks to get here, but in the meanwhile, let's check out how the metro system is behaving. So, oh yeah, beautiful. Look at all these people. This is outstanding to see. Let's see how many get out in this station. And yeah, that's beautiful. I'm really glad it's working out as intended. Let's see this station. Yeah, there's quite a bit of movement. I really like it. Oh, and I also like how the buildings, the commercial buildings developed around the metro station. I think now it fits really well in this corner. What about... oh, this station is disabled. And I think this is working out as well. Yeah, a lot of people waiting for the metro on our old area. And over here as well. Yeah, I think everything is working out smoothly. And I'm quite enjoying this. Because this is going to be the area that tourists will see first when they get into the city, I think it would be a good idea to put some leisure right next to the airport. That's why I've made this layout in the last episode, even though I forgot to explain this small detail. But yeah, I'm really looking forward into putting a unique building over here, and I think this is a good spot for it. And I'm actually thinking about either this Posh Mall, which would be located here. I would have to delete this road, or this building over here, the Grand Mall, that I believe it fits much better because it's the exact same width. And if I delete this road, it will fit perfectly. I'm just not sure if the height difference between this building and the airport is going to look pleasing, but there's only one way to find out, so let's just delete these roads and put this baby over here. And hopefully it connects everything. Yeah, there we go. And you know what? I do not dislike it. What do you guys think? Yeah, that's fine. Let's spruce it up with a bit more parks. So we have this thing, the official park, that we can probably set up over here. We are just going to go nuts, guys. I don't even care. I'm just gonna place a lot of stuff. This park as well. And the Lazarette Plaza, which can come here maybe. Okay, let's check this out. Okay, pretty cool. Maybe we can put this one over here instead. Alright, what can we do in this location? Oh yeah, I know, we're gonna put some commercial buildings, but before that we need to prepare our public transport system. I know that I will want some taxi stands next to the terminal, so I think I'm gonna put 2 of them right over there. Alright, pretty cool. And now that we're at it, maybe we can upgrade some roads. So let's upgrade all of these into roads with trees. How about that? Okay, perfect. It's gonna be a while until we see some people here. Oh, and by the way, what's up with all these rocks? I really don't like this. So let's just delete all these rocks along the airport, and I'll meet you in a second. And I know that I will want commercial, let's see, in this area. I will also want commercial here. I do not want to zone anything in this road, so perhaps we can, let's see, what's the best way of doing this? Perhaps adding a pathway here and another pathway there, so that nothing can be zoned along this road. Okay, I don't know why I've done this, but I zoned this with low density commercial, and I'm not sure that's what I wanted to do. Let's try this again. Let's dezone everything and zone everything with some high density. I know, placing high density buildings right next to a airport is usually not a good idea in real life, but look at this, guys. There's one runway that comes in this direction and another one that comes in this direction, so the buildings, no matter how tall they are, they will always be on a safe space, because there's no way an airplane in this situation in real life would crash against these buildings. it would only be dangerous if I would put buildings in either end of the runway, which is not the case. There we go, much better. I think we can even zone some more stuff. I'm just gonna zone the middle with commercial as well. I don't think we could place any park over here because this is a round shape. And I'm also going to place some commercial in this corner. We should also convert this road to another road like this one, so that it creates these crosswalks that are perfectly aligned with this pathway, as you can see, so people can cross from one way to the other and go to these commercial buildings. It's also a shame that we cannot upgrade the road that comes with the airport, because for people to go from this end to this end, they will pretty much have to go all the way around until the nearest crosswalk, which is here, very far away. But we can make it easy for them if we make a local bus line that will grab people from here. It will bring them to the next closest crosswalk, which will be here, I believe. And it will come all around, all the way around here. Perhaps we can even go around this loop, make another stop here, and finally bring people to the airport. Okay, I think that will work out very well. And I left to wonder if these taxi stands even work, because, well, taxi stands stop over here, right? And people cannot go to this part of the road, so how exactly are people gonna catch the taxi? You know what, let's just move them to other location. Let's move them over here. And of course it doesn't fit. I will just put it on either end, that's fine. And now with this we can continue the pathway. Okay, pretty good. Now let's just put on the commercial buildings. And this area is turning out quite nice, look at it, really enjoy it. And it even looks cool from far away, look at that, you can clearly see the circle. I believe you can even make this area more interesting by putting some pathways, perhaps one pathway that connects to this road. There we go. I would also like to convert these pathways to these new pathways that came with Parklife, but unfortunately I cannot because they're a bit thicker. That's fine. There's another detail that I would like to address, which is, even though I want this central area to be high density commercial, I definitely want this one to be lower density, to give it a bit of scale, so that we can see the height of the buildings decrease with the distance. It was kind of like this is the epicenter of density, and as you get out of this center, density will decrease. Well, well, look at that. What do you guys think? Should I keep this? I think it looks good. So let's just upgrade it with some roads with trees. And I think this area is pretty much set for now. And look at the amount of people waiting for the bus. This is crazy. All of these people are people who want to go to this commercial area. That's crazy. I think we need another way of transporting them, because this is a lot of people for just one bus line. I also think I will want to find a way of adding some more high density buildings to this location, because I like how this Grand Mall looks, but if it's the only building that's this tall, it kind of looks weird. So perhaps I can try and find some more buildings that I can place somewhere along this outer area that kind of fit well with this thematic, but we'll see. Okay guys, before I wrap up this episode, I would just like to make something in this location, in the runway. So on the last episode I said that I would go to the Steam Workshop and perhaps download some assets, some airport assets. And that's what I've done. I have subscribed to 3 towers, 3 radio towers pretty much. So I got this Changi ATC, that's this tall. I have this control tower of Madrid that it kinda has its own terrain around it, so to say, so it's not just a tower. And we also have this small ATC tower number 2. And yeah, I think I'm gonna place some of these. I think I'm gonna place this one because it's kinda long. And yeah, I kinda like how it fits over there. And I think we can even make a combination and add some more assets. Perhaps if I put these ones right next to each other, it kind of makes it look like it's one single building. And yeah, I think I like it. Let's try to put another one. Let's put the third one over here and see how it looks. And oh, you know what? I think this is too much, so let's just delete it. And we got our own radio tower. And we're pretty much good in terms of budget because these are relatively cheap. This is one of the reasons why I don't really like to place a lot of assets from the Steam Workshop, which is because their upkeeps and also their costs are usually quite unrealistic. So these buildings have an upkeep of 16 per week, and this one is also 16 per week, yeah. So there's no way a building like this in the real game would be this cheap, and that's one of the reasons why I don't really like to place them, because it kind of gives you access to overpowered assets that are relatively cheap to maintain, which is something that I kind of feel like it's cheating, especially when you're trying to play this game with no infinite money turned on. But that's just my opinion. You can play this game however you want, of course. But let me just add some more power to this stuff. Oh, I cannot. Oh, this is funny. A power line going straight to the runway. Yeah, we cannot have this, so we need to find another way to connect these things together. Okay, I know this is stupid, but we need to find a way to power these things for the meanwhile. And this is the way that I've done it, even though I really don't like this at the end of the runway. Okay, not optimal, but better for the time being. But anyway guys, that's gonna be it for today. I hope you have enjoyed this video. We have managed to do quite a bit of things, and in the next episode we are still probably going to work on this airport because there's a lot of things that I want to do on this location. If you want to follow the development of this city, make sure to subscribe to my channel if you haven't done so already, so that you get notified every time I post a new video. Once again, thank you so much for watching, and as always, have fun!